Make the bad man stop.
All right, everyone, this is Tim of the Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk entertainment. Oh, the vacation has started. I shouldn't even say vacation. The retirement is feeling good. It's looking good on me. It's didn't do a video yesterday. Had a lot to talk about yesterday, and I probably could have did a couple videos yesterday. But like I said, we're gonna cut back. We're gonna slow down a little bit. We're gonna enjoy this final season of Online Big Blue Sports and the Giants itself. For not for the Giants. I'll always be a Giant fan. I keep hitting this thing over here on my microphone. Sorry, very unprofessional. But it's it's a good thing. It's time. And I laugh because someone said to me yesterday, "You seem to be more blatantly honest than you were previously." Yeah, I guess I am. I guess I am, and I guess I'm gonna be. But that's just the way it is. I also want to thank everyone that's been listening to the new podcast, Get Off My Lawn, The Mad Ramblings of a Gen Xer. We actually got monetized yesterday. We've been averaging 300 downloads a day almost. So it's been going really well. It's been a lot of fun. And like I said, it's going to be something to listen to and something to follow if you're into politics, entertainment, all that fun stuff. Give it a shout, give it a listen. I posted the link down below. I want to talk about a couple things today. And the first thing I want to talk about is Saquon Barkley labeling Daniel Jones as Vanilla Vick. Really?
Gentlemen, what brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
There's some serious crack going on there. The Giants offense is currently ranked 28th in the NFL. Ask me who is ranked 28th in reference to pass attempts, 30th in reference to passing yards, 27th in reference to just total yards in general, 28th in passing touchdowns, 28th touchdowns in general, 28th in fourth down efficiency, 26th in sacks allowed. I love you, Saquon. I really do, man. I really do. Saquon Barkley's my guy. I got so many different Saquon Barkley's jerseys. I was so ecstatic the day they took him out of Penn State. I always tell the story that I was literally in a suite in Atlantic City watching the draft when his name was chosen. But you know what? I'm starting to get concerned that the Giants are buying a little bit into their own hype. I really do. At 7-2, I know it's hard not to, but you're 7-2 beating up on some bad teams. And you know what? I've said it a million times before. You can only play the people that you have on your schedule. Now, interesting enough, the Giants in their last 8 games have the hardest remaining strength of schedule right now. If you take a look at the strength of schedule over the final 8 games, it is the hardest in the league. So they're saying right now it's the hardest in the league. The road starts with of course, with Detroit, who is 3-6 after the 31-30 win over the Chicago Bears. Then the final game will feature 5 divisional matchups, home and home against Philly, who is 8-1. The Washington Commanders, I kept telling people, don't sleep on the Commanders, who's 5-5. They also have a home and home. And then a trip to Dallas on Thanksgiving, which is going to be a tough out. They also have to go out of division for the 8-1 Minnesota Vikings, and then they also have to go and take a look at on New Year's Day, I will be with you again. They got at the 5-4-1 Indianapolis Colts win, and the surprise Jeff Saturday with the win from the other day. So right now, you know what? After this game, it's money time. You drive for dough. You drive for show, you putt for dough. It's time. It's time to put up and shut up. And I'm like I said, I get a little concerned because I see some arrogance, I see some cockiness on this team, and that's not the Dable way right now. I talk about the fact that Darnay Holmes got into the face of the wide receiver after David Mills missed him in the end zone. He had 2.5 steps on Darnay Holmes, and Darnay Holmes is getting his face talking trash. It's like, excuse me, you got burned. The quarterback just can't throw the ball. So right now we have to wait and see where we're at with this team. This is not a very good litmus test against the Detroit Lions. I always talk about a trap game. We've talked about trap games before with the Giants. Usually the trap game comes out of the bye week and after a big win. This is a trap game because the Lions are a very dangerous team. Their defense sucks. Their defense sucks rocks, but their offense can score points in bunches. Bunches and bunches. And right now, the offense is only ranked 26th. And I laugh because you would think that they would be higher ranked with the amount of points they've been scoring. And they had a dearth of points for like 3-4 games, but they seem to be getting back on the point scoring schedule. And I'm just curious to see where this team ends up. Where this Lions team ends up at the end of the year. I don't think, like I said, I think that this was going to be a lost season for the Lions anyways. And I have to give Jared Goff credit, man. I really do, because that guy, like I said, he was the only quarterback that I said that I would not take over Daniel Jones. And he's proven me wrong. Because right now in yards, the yards gained, the Lions are 11th. In points, they're 12th. Passing touchdowns, they're 9th. Rushing touchdowns, they're 5th. Touchdowns in general, they're 7th. Rushing attempts, they're 7th. Rushing touchdowns, rushing touchdown percentage, they are 5th. They're also 8th in turnovers, which is what one of their problems is. But they're only 22nd in interceptions, and they are 12th in fourth down conversions. It's one of those things, but like I said, if you go back and look at their defense, their defense is just putrid. They're last in the league, and they're pretty much last in the league in every statistical category except passing attempts. Because you could throw against this team, and that's what if Daniel Jones does not light it up. And like I said, no vanilla Vick.
Gentlemen, what brings me to my next point. Don't smoke crack.
I got to call you again out on that, Saquon. I watched Michael Vick play. I watched Michael Vick play live at Virginia Tech. I've seen Michael Vick play in Atlanta. I saw him play in Philadelphia. There was an air of invincibility at Vick when he was at the top of his game. There was something that you knew was going to happen every time he touched the ball. And you compare him to Daniel Jones, that is a disservice to Michael Vick. That really is. That's like comparing Jeff Cuomo to Michael Vick, and you have to go. You have to go look up Jeff Cuomo. He's actually one of the worst quarterbacks in the entire history of the Lions. Some people say it's Joey Harrington, but they don't know what they're talking about. Go look up the guy. It's just like I said. I get concerned that they're buying into their hype, but you know what? You're coming into the money schedule. You are coming into the money. You are coming into where, you know what? You are going to find out exactly where you are as a team. You are going to find out exactly what you're made of, what your offense is made of. And like I said, Dable came out and said, if we got to throw the ball 35 times a game to win, I don't know if we can do it. And he's honest. And I love the picture of Daniel Jones throwing the ball into the freaking net. Last time I checked, you don't throw the ball into nets during the game. You hit wide receivers. You look deep. You don't sit there. He's Danny Checkdown to me. That's what he's always going to be. Danny fucking Checkdown. Because you know what? I'm afraid to throw deep. And all the Daniel Jones panty boys, you know what? You can pull them over your head. You can pull them over your eyes. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. You can have the stupidity and sit there and say, he's going to be the MVP. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know football. Go find Football 101 for Dummies because you really need to read it. There's no more filter. The filter's fucking off. I got a list of people I'm going after. There's always an expression. If you're going to burn something down, burn it down, blow it up. Make sure you can never go back to it again. That's what I'm going to do. Because you know what? I'm going to speak more truth. I'm going to speak more honesty. And like I say, you know what? And it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. It really is. Because I think more honesty is needed.
What I got to say you really don't want to hear because honesty ain't too high up on your people priority list, right?
Honesty? You want honesty?
And I'm going to give you the honesty. I'm going to give you the honesty till I leave in February. I only may make one video a week. But you know what? It's going to be the most honest, truthful video you will hear in the entire Giants YouTube community because no one else has the balls to speak the truth. And again, if you can go out and follow the new podcast, Get Off My Lawn, the Mad Ramblings of a Gen Xer. It's a lot more like that. It's a lot of fun. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a good time. I'm going to have a good time at the game on Sunday. Taking another subscriber. We are going to be doing the taking 3 to 4 subscribers to the January 1st game against the Colts. All super chats that we receive for the next I would say all super chats that we receive for the next 30 days. I mean, for the 30 or 40 days up to the end of December. Actually, it'd be more than like 45, 50 days. We're going to use that money to buy 3 Coaches Club tickets. Well, 4 technically with mine. And I'm going to take 4 subscribers to the Coaches Club. My last hurrah, my last hooray. Unless the Giants make the playoffs and we have a home game, I'll be at the home game. But it is what it is. It will be what it'll be. And again, this is Tim of the Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. And as always, if you like, subscribe. If you ring that bell, you know what it means. There we go. So.